Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blog. So let's get to it. All right, you guys, back in the bedroom today. I'm gonna make it back to the studio soon, especially since my regular job, you guys know I'm still on that assignment, but my regular job is saying that we're supposed to be returning to the office on March 7th. I was like, oh my God. So not ready to go back, but I mean, kind of ready, but not really ready. I mean, I really love the assignment that I'm on, so I'm hoping that I get to stay on this assignment. And if I do, then I don't have to go back to my office on March 7th, but we are still in the middle of seeing. So y'all pray for your girl because that is so close. My poor Blue is going to be he is going to have separation anxiety, I'm sure, because, I've been home for 2 years, which that in and of itself is craziness, because who would have ever thought that we would be home for 2 damn years with this damn coronavirus? But I have completely, like I'm sure many of you guys have that are still working from home, I have completely made my life about being at home and working at home. So definitely an adjustment. I mean, at least I get to look glamorous again and put on makeup and cute clothes and stuff. And you guys don't have to be looking at me looking all plain face and worn down kind of. So at least that part is going to change. But yeah, I'm just like, wow. They had told me at my assignment that some changes were coming, and I had a feeling that this email that we had to return was going to be coming soon. And sure enough, it is here, you guys. So it's funny when you think about Corona. I guess this is our little RonaCheckIn. But when you think about coronavirus, it sort of seems like now they are changing the verbiage around it and really just trying to get people to just move on. It's almost to the point where you feel like they are wanting to say like, okay, coronavirus is here, but we still got to get on with life. So just do the best you can, try to stay safe. I mean, because we had that huge peak in January, you know, probably coming off the holidays, everybody getting together, everybody getting sick. So we had that huge peak in January, but now the numbers have fallen so dramatically that now they're just sort of like, okay, yeah, you know, it's not like Corona ain't still out there. It's just sort of like, I think they tired of talking about it, child. Like, we got other things to talk about, honey. Russia invading Ukraine. So now they done moved on. So now it's just sort of like they done eased all of the mask mandates. We don't have any mask mandates in any of 49 states. The only state that still has a mask mandate is Hawaii. Hawaii was like, y'all, I'm going with that bullshit. It was like, yeah, we still wearing our masks. You know, I'm still hoping that people are going to make the decision to wear their mask, but it is not mandated. And that's everywhere, you know. So I guess since we're talking about it, let me give you some numbers. Hold on one second. So as of February 23rd, we had 76,667 cases reported. That was on the 23rd, you guys. Now, that is going down, all right? 66% actually gone down in the last 2 weeks. We've had 60,155 people that are hospitalized as of the 23rd. 11,425 of those people are in the ICU, and we had 1,908 deaths that were reported yesterday. Okay, so I mean, them numbers still sound high to me, but they are much lower than where we were at our peak in January, which was, I mean, we was real high, y'all. We was real high. So that is why I think that they're just like, okay, coronavirus is here. Everybody needs to learn how to live with it. You know, we got to move on with our life. You know, we got other things happening. So yeah, just do your best. So I guess that's the message now. You know, I was worried I was going to catch Rona at the concert. You guys know we went to the New Edition concert on Sunday. It was so much fun. Just a real quick, fast story time in this coronavirus thing. It was so much fun. It was Jodeci, it was Charlie Wilson, and it was New Edition, which when you really think about the ticket, it's strange that they would put those three together because it was almost sort of like three generations, but I guess they were trying to bring these generations together. So, because really you had New Edition from the 80s, Jodeci from the 90s, Charlie Wilson from the 70s, you know, Gap Band. And I mean, Charlie Wilson has parlayed his thing all the way on through till today. But you guys know what I'm saying, like, the fans of those three people, even though New Edition and Jodeci, I think, would probably have similar, you know, pretty much the same type of fans or same age bracket of fans. You know, Charlie Wilson is really, I'm at the lower end of the Charlie Wilson ages and up. So, but like I said, Charlie Wilson has new music. So anyway, you guys, it was really nice. You know, me and Mr. ain't been to a concert since we saw Snoop Dogg right before pandemic. So we haven't been to a concert in a long time, and it was much needed. And, you know, we done got all gussied up, and honey, we had our smell goods on, and honey, we had on our blue outfits, and we was cute. And we got there, and child, them tickets was $500, $250 each. And I was still up on the third level. The tickets were so fucking high. It was ridiculous, but it was okay because I really just have to be in the building. I ain't really got to be down on the floor or nothing. I'm not no super fan of really any one artist that I could think of that I feel like I would need to be paying $800 and $900 and $1,000 for a ticket. I mean, you know, shout out to y'all that do that. I know there's plenty of you guys who do that. That's just not Rocky. So as long as I'm in the building, I'm good. I can hear the music, I'm good. I got Zoom on my phone, I'm good. And it was good. So Jodeci performed first, and they were really good, actually. I was surprised because I wasn't really sure. You know, we haven't really seen what's going on with Jodeci, namely Casey and JoJo. And really Devontae, like everybody, we just wasn't really sure. Okay. So, they sounded great. You know, I was actually disappointed that they didn't get more than they were on for 37 minutes. That's what Mr. said. They had a 37-minute set, and I was disappointed because there was so many, way more songs that they could have sang. You could tell that they were probably a little bit out of practice of being on stage and, you know, in front of like a arena, like, I mean, not an arena. Well, I guess that is a arena that we were in. But really, I was really looking forward to hearing them longer. I actually thought that Charlie Wilson would have gone first, okay? But Charlie Wilson actually was second, and his set was too long, if you ask me. Now, I've seen Charlie Wilson many times in person, you know, performing with the Gap Band, and I already knew how Charlie Wilson rolled. He one of them ones that want everybody to sing the song, you know? And so it's like, no, Charlie, we here to see you, okay? We don't want to sing the song. You sing the song, and we sing along. So we had a lot of that, you know? He had to take it to church. You know, we had to get to shouting. We had to listen to the Gap Band song. He covered a whole bunch of different songs. Like he covered Aaron Hall songs. And it was just sort of like, when you gonna sing your own song? So it was just like, he really could have been on 45 minutes and I would have been happy. Okay. And really, honestly, if it would have just been Jodeci and New Edition, I would have been happiest. Okay, I didn't even really need Charlie Wilson, but he still was cool. I went to the bathroom. Mr. went and got us some drinks. You know, we made good use of the time, but yeah. And then, of course, when New Edition came on, I posted all of the videos. I must have had a trillion little dots on my Instagram stories because I was so excited. When I got home, I was like, Roxanne, now why you post all that? The people don't want to hear you screaming, singing off key, the camera moving all over the place. But I just wanted to share with you guys how much fun it was. It was just so good. And it was good to see New Edition, all 6 of them up there. And it was a good little mix because, you know, within New Edition, you have 6 groups, basically. You have New Edition, you have Ralph Tresvant, and you have Johnny Gill, you have Bobby Brown, you have BBD, that's 5, And there was one more that really wasn't a group. It was Johnny Gill, Ralph Tresvant. Didn't they have something? State of the Union or something? Child, anyway, they didn't sing none of them songs. But what I'm saying is, it's so much talent and just goodness, entertainment-wise, just within that group. Honestly, they could have had the whole show, you know, but they probably would have been exhausted. But BBD has all their songs. Ralph Tresvant has a few. Johnny Gill has a huge catalog. Bobby Brown has a huge catalog. So, you know, we have all these people. Really, we could have had one big concert with just New Edition, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. So it was good. Bobby Brown sound good. At some points, I was just sort of like, do they have him like pre-recorded? Because you guys know that Bobby has, he doesn't, his breathing is a little off when he sings now. So it was so clear and just none of that roar, you know, sometimes he get a little roary. It was none of that. So that's why I was just sort of like, do they have him pre-recorded? I wasn't really sure. You know, they kept Bobby like kind of a little, you know, he was in the front. You saw him all the time, but they kind of made sure that he was like not the focus. Okay, of course, the ones that's real dancey, Ralph Tresvant, well, he's the lead singer, but Ralph Tresvant, Ronnie DeVoe, Michael Bivins, like them the ones that still move a lot, you know, so they had them ones, those are the ones that was front and center most of the time. But yeah, Bobby Brown did good. Johnny Gill, now you talking about roaring. Now he's the one that be doing a whole lot. I was just like, oh, okay, Johnny. You know, he was excited. And, you know, he want to take it to church too and all of this. But for the most part, you guys, it was really a great concert. I know they had a break. Like Atlanta was their last stop, and they've been off since then. They start back up tonight. I think they said they were going to Philly. So whoever's going to concert tonight, y'all about to have a good ass time. Okay, but get there on time because they start on time. 7 o'clock, that shit was happening. Okay, people were still coming in. It was funny. This group of girls came and sat next to me when Charlie Wilson was on. And then, of course, New Edition came on, and we was all getting ready to go. And one of the girls leaned over to me. She said, when is Jodeci coming on? I said, girl, you missed Jodeci. Honey, what you thought Jodeci was going to come on after New Edition? Honey, Jodeci came on first at 7 o'clock. Y'all don't want to come rambling up in here at 8:30. No. 7 o'clock, baby. Them doors opened at 6. Get your ass there. Me and Mr., you know, we old. So we don't be playing them games, honey. We was in there. We had time to go to the bathroom, get our drinks, food, sit down, and wait for the show to get started. So that's how we do. And then good time. It was probably over about 11:15-ish, 11:30-ish, somewhere in there, and took it all home. Okay. So it was nice. That's all I can say, y'all. It was nice. But anyway, what I was saying was I felt like I was about to catch Rona. I felt pretty cool the whole concert and everything, but when we got out of the concert, it was like just a traffic jam of people because they had the stairwells closed. They wouldn't let nobody go down the stairs, so you only could go down the escalators or the elevator, okay? So just imagine thousands of people trying to funnel onto these 2 damn escalators and 4 elevators and 2 escalators. Child. That mister was so mad. I was like, how many times you gonna say this is ridiculous? He was he was trying to get people riled up around. It don't make no fucking sense. This don't make no fucking sense. I mean, we was in there like jammed like sausages, and mister was over it. And he just kept on saying it loud, and then somebody would say something. He's like, oh, okay, this don't make no sense. So I was like, you just want to fuss. Ain't nothing you can do. Walk your ass with the rest of the crowd until we go. But honey, I had to make sure my mask was on good because I was like, Lord, don't tell me I'm gonna catch Rona up here in this concert, y'all. I wasn't really sure, but I feel good. I felt good. I haven't had any symptoms or anything, so yeah. But I said all that to say that's why I thought I was gonna catch Rona, but I didn't. I guess if this is the time to catch Rona because Omicron is, you know, it's not as serious as so I shouldn't say serious, but people generally haven't been as sick from the Omarion than they have from, you know, the Delta and previous strains. So, and now you see they got a subvariant or whatever. I was just like, child, I ain't got time to be looking at it. All I can tell you is like the CDC say, okay? CDC say, do the best you can, baby. Don't get caught out there without your mask, you know, without your hands washed. Try to keep your distance. But other than that, honey, they sick of it. It's time. And the world is opening back up. Like I said, I got to go back to work. Lord, please pray that they tell me I don't have to. But, child, March 7th. That is right around the fucking corner. And Blue is supposed to get neutered on the 3rd. I was like, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to be home to help take care of my baby when he get neutered. And here y'all go with this bullshit. So, yeah, anyway, you guys, y'all stay safe out there. Okay, let's move on to the next subject. Guys, next story up. So this took over the websites, the blogs, I should say, yesterday. This whole, first of all, when is this case with Tory and Meg Thee Stallion going to be over? Okay, we heard a whole bunch about it when it first started, then we hadn't heard much about it, and then all of a sudden it's this explosion of information yesterday that really none of us asked for. You know, I'm just really ready for it to be over, and I'm sure that they are ready for it to be, at least Meg, I'm sure Meg is ready for this shit to be over too. So yesterday, DJ Academics got onto Twitter or to some of his social media. I'm not sure exactly where he was, but he said that breaking news that there was no DNA from Tory Lanez on the weapon, which means that supposedly they couldn't find any DNA of his that was on the weapon that shot Meg Thee Stallion, okay, in her feet. And he put that out. Now, Meg Thee Stallion was like, court hasn't even started yet. You put out this information 15 minutes before court even started. Why are you even lying about this? The only thing that happened in court today was that they extended the date until April 5th or something like that. So then I was like, did he just straight up lie? You know, it's crazy that people make up stories just for social media's sake. Well, this is craziness, you know? So I was just still trying to look at the story like, okay, if he comes up with a story, you know, something like that, we need more information. We gonna need to know how you came up with this information. But the fact that he said that made me think about a few days earlier. I saw Tory Lanez had posted a picture. It was his best 5th grade graduation pose. He was just standing there like smiling, saying that you know, something along the lines of, you know, some good information is about to come out in his favor in the court case. Okay. And of course, the fact that he's smiling like that and for him to say something like that, he was implying that it was about to come out that he was innocent, that he wasn't the one that shot Meg Thee Stallion or something like that. Okay. So then I thought about what he posted and I was like, okay, so that's why Tory Lanez had posted. Why do I feel like I said Tory Spelling earlier? Did I? Y'all know this brain be like, my brain was nagging at me like, Roxanne, you said Tory Spelling. I hope I didn't say Tory Spelling. Tory Spelling did not shoot Meg Thee Stallion. I'm 100% positive of that. But anyway, that Tory Lanez, you know, he was implying that he was about to be found not guilty. So then I was just putting all of this together. But then when Meg Thee Stallion said, we haven't even gone to court, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay. Well, then later on, Big Ek, like he likes to call himself, came out and said that, okay, he's going to clarify that it wasn't in those words that the DNA wasn't found on the weapon. What they said was that it was inconclusive. Or is it non-conclusive? I think it's non-conclusive, inconclusive. I'm sorry, my real rock star lawyers out there, y'all forgive me, okay? But that's a little bit different. I'm not even a lawyer or really anybody that works in that field, but I know that inconclusive doesn't necessarily mean that it wasn't there. Inconclusive could mean that there wasn't enough DNA to even test to see. Inconclusive could possibly mean that There was a whole bunch of DNA on it, you know, and they couldn't say that it was just him because maybe a few people had handled the gun. Inconclusive could mean that maybe it got messed up. The evidence may have been touched by the police or, you know, so there's other reasons why things could be found inconclusive. It's just that they cannot 100% say that it was just Tory, I won't say spellings, Tory Lanez DNA on there. I don't know. We won't know that until April 5th. But you know, it's not a shot in the, it's not a basket. You know, it's not a slam dunk to say, oh yeah, Tory Lanez is not guilty, you know. So he said that it was in discovery, okay, which means that this is the evidence that they presented to the judge, and that was in there, but it still hasn't been presented, I guess, in the open court. And so, you know, that's where I guess he's gotten. So now Meg Thee Stallion was like, oh, so you are getting your information from Tory Lanez's lawyers, like they're feeding you so that you can be feeding this shit to the, you know, it's just sort of like, why the fuck are you in it in the first place? So, you know, big act, you know, he telling her that she gonna have to apologize to him because he just don't like the fact that she's been lying as far as he's concerned about what happened with Tory Lanez and this whole shooting situation. Okay. I hated that Meg Thee Stallion got pulled into it because for the most part, she's been minding her business, like minding her own business lately. I'm not sure if it's because of this case, and maybe some things are going to come out that she already knows that it's about to be a problem, because if it comes out inconclusive, you guys, we still don't have answers. Like, we don't know if he shot her or if the friend shot her. It's still going to make it very, very murky, which is going to make people still believe either him or her. It's not going to be, it's still going to always be this big question about her getting shot in her feet and all of this, you know. So she's been pretty low key and quiet recently. And so when she got it pulled into that shit with DJ Academics, and then Party got in on it, you know, and then Tory Lanez was, so then it was just like all this drama. I'm telling you guys, if you guys follow the Neighborhood Talk, them people over there at the Neighborhood Talk, honey, they will, it be like, it don't be like 4 or 5 posts to the dedicated to what's happening. They gonna stay on that shit all day. As long as you gonna be with the shits, they gonna be with the shits too. They had about 30 posts about this whole thing. I was just like, I'm gonna have to not follow y'all for a few days just so I can, you know, so I can get this shit away from me. I was sick of seeing it, but it was just like you couldn't get away from, you know. Tory would get into it with Party. Party say he want to meet up with Tory. I was like, Party, you too big to be trying to beat up on that little man, okay? Tory said that he met with Party once and he didn't do nothing, you know, back up big fella, you know. Big Ack is telling her she got to apologize and she fussing with him. It was a mess. And like I said, I have a feeling that come April 5th or whenever they finally do come up to a verdict on this, I feel like nobody is going to get in trouble for nothing. It's just going to stay one big question about what happened. Okay. Oh, and even Tory Lanez's girlfriend got caught up in it. I was like, girl, was you there? Because you talking like you just got proof that he ain't did nothing too. The only people that was there, the security guard, Meg, her best friend, and Tory. Okay. Meg even posted a text message saying that, you know, a text message from Tory, him apologizing that he was too drunk, that he's so sorry, you know, all of that. She was like, so here you are, you know, apologizing. What was you apologizing for? He said, oh, he was apologizing because he was basically fucking 2 best friends and he got caught, you know. But she was spinning the story to make it seem like he was apologizing for shooting her in her feet. So he never ever said once in the text message, I'm sorry for shooting you in your feet. He just said, I'm sorry, I was too drunk. It should have never happened. Okay. So it could still be, you know what I'm saying? So it's just sort of like, we're not going to get no answers, you guys. I mean, that's kind of really how I feel about it. But we'll wait and see till April. You guys let me know what you think about all of that. Are you still riding with Meg? Do you still believe her story? Are you still leaning towards Tory? Do you still believe his story? Y'all just kind of let me know. This whole thing is so vague. And like I said, I don't feel like we're going to get real answers, but we'll see. All right, but y'all leave y'all comments about all this fool of fucking niggatry below. All right, you guys, next story up. So it seems that Jasmine Guy has decided to produce a biopic. I always get that messed up. Biopic or biopic. I think it's biopic about late rapper Tupac Shakur's mother. She's also deceased, Afeni Shakur. You guys know that back in 2005, I believe it was, she wrote a biography for Afeni Shakur called The Evolution of a Revolutionary. And I guess she is going to take the information that she got from her biography that she did for Afeni Shakur and bring it to the big screen. And we also know that Jasmine Guy was very, very close to Afeni Shakur, and to the Shakur family. And so I guess she feels that she is the perfect person, and she probably is the perfect person to bring the vision to life. So they say that the film is going to be about Shakur's life, her time with the Black Panther Party, leading up to her arrest as part of the Panther 21, to the day her son Tupac Shakur was born, and even more in her life. Okay, I'm imagining, you know, what the struggles were after she had Tupac and, you know, her trying to get off of drugs. I mean, we kind of know, but we don't really know about Afeni Shakur, just the things that Tupac has shared, even what Ms. Shakur has shared in the past, and things that we've just kind of heard. But now we'll get it on the big screen. They haven't posted any release dates or anything like this. I don't even know if the film has been greenlit. I know that she is going to bring the movie to production, and then I guess once they get it done, we're gonna see if somebody is going to like I say, green light. Well, how does it go? They green light it first and then they produce it, or you could be independently producing something that don't have to be green lit at all. Hopefully it'll get a big production company so that, you know, it'll be in more theaters and more people can see it. I think I would be interested in seeing a story about Afeni Shakur, wouldn't you?